Just a regular easy.
Yeah, well, then you get some injections. That's fine. Hey, Gina, thanks for having me over.
Hey, hi Eric. Nice to meet you.
Are you excited about moving to San Diego?
I'm a little nervous, but a little excited.
Yeah, at least you'll be closer to your mom, right?
Yeah, lots closer.
Awesome. Well, thanks for letting me have a quick tour. And if it's okay, let's use the kitchen table so we can lay everything out.
Yeah, that works great.
Awesome. So let's talk about getting you to San Diego. So the first thing I like to do is review your situation and what's important to you about making this move. Is that okay?
Yes.
Awesome. Now, Gina, I have 3 bottom line questions for you. Are you ready?
I am.
First, are you definitely ready to sell your property?
It'll be hard to leave it, but yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, perfect. Second, will you price it where it will sell, or are you okay if it just sits on the market?
Nah, I need it sold.
Gotcha. And third, and most importantly, Gina, do you want me to get it sold for you?
If you could.
Well, that's the plan, and that's what we're here for.
Okay.
So, Gina, the purpose of our meeting today is twofold. First is for me to provide you with some very important information about what it's going to take to get your house sold for top dollar so we can get you to San Diego by July, right?
That's the plan.
Yeah. And second is for us to decide today if the right thing for you is to partner with me in the sale of your home. Does that sound fair enough?
It does.
Awesome. And Gina, whether you decide to hire me or not, I hope it will become clear to you through this meeting that my commitment is to help you get what you want. If I can't do that, I'll tell you today, because I'm not interested in just getting another listing. I'm interested in helping you get what you want, which is to get to San Diego, right?
Fantastic, yeah.
Awesome. Then we're on the same page. Now, there's really one key item for us to address today, and that is to determine the right price to sell on your home to cause it to sell, right?
Yep.
Because obviously you don't want to put it on the market to have it not sell, correct?
No.
Perfect. So here's what I'll do. As soon as you decide to hire me, I'm going to do everything it takes through my action plan to help you. Hold on. So here's what I'll do. As soon as you decide to hire me, I'm going to do everything it takes through my action plan to get your home exposed to all the qualified buyers in the market. Because that's the kind of exposure you want, right?
Yeah.
Excellent. So the key today is for us to establish the right price to get those qualified buyers excited about your home when they see it. Does that make sense?
It does.
Perfect.
That's what we're hoping for.
That's right. So in preparing for our meeting, I did a thorough market study of your home, also called a comparative market analysis. Are you familiar with that?
I didn't know you were able to do that.
Yeah, luckily with all the data, all the comparables we get, we can kind of narrow in on where we need to price your home at to actually get it sold for the most money possible.
Okay.
So there are 3 main parts of the market study. First are active listings. Do you know what these are?
Those are the ones that are for sale right now, right?
Yeah, so these are your competition.
Okay.
I call this dreamland because it's what people want to get for their house, but you don't know what it's actually going to sell for. So these 2 right here, that's what we call dreamland. Because we don't know what your house is going to sell for. We don't know what these 2 are going to sell for, but they've been on the market for 11 days for that one and 4 days for that one with no action yet. So that's the first section. Next are the expired listings. You know what these are?
I don't.
So these are homes that didn't sell at all. I call this Neverland. Can you see why?
Because they're never going to sell.
They're never going to sell, and you never want to be there. Because these are people who had their house on the market for usually 6 months, and it just sat. And so at the end of that, it's a bad experience, and so we just never want to be there.
Yeah.
Last are the sold houses. This is what I call reality, because it tells us what homes are actually going for in this market. Are you with me?
Yeah.
Awesome. So for you to get to San Diego by July, in which of these 3 categories do you want your house to end up?
We need to be in reality.
Exactly. We need it sold so you can move on, and so we need to price it in reality. Perfect. So the purpose of the market analysis is twofold. First first, the purpose of the market analysis is to determine the value of your home. First, as buyers will look at it, and second, as an appraiser will look at it. I'm sure you understand why that's important, right? So first, the appraiser, because that's who the lender will hire to determine the value of your home based on what comparable homes are actually selling for, which is what buyers are actually paying now. Does that make sense?
It does.
Awesome. And second, to make sure we price your home that will make it attractive to buyers. Because is a buyer only going to look at your home, or are they going to shop around and compare your home to others?
Well, they're going to look at everything in their range.
They are. So they're definitely comparing things. And what do you think they're comparing?
Price is probably number one. Price, location, size.
That's for sure. Now, all those things and price, like you said. So are you ready to take a look?
Yeah.
Awesome. So this home on New Hamway, so your house is right here, the little purple bubble, and then we have the active listings, and then we have the sold listings. And obviously we're going to focus on the sold because that's what it's going to take to get your house sold. So starting at 844 Oxford, are you familiar with that house? On the south
I know
end?
the street, but not the particular house offhand.
Awesome. So your house is comparable to that. Same number. How many bedrooms does it have?
5.
5 bedrooms, and how many baths?
3.
3 baths, and how many square feet?
About 2,600.
2,600 square feet. I need to have years in here too. And what year was it built?
2015.
2015. Perfect. Have you seen this home, the one on Cambria Drive?
I actually do know that one. It's a friend of mine in that home.
Awesome. Have you been in it?
I have.
Okay, so this one, it is a little smaller than yours, so yours will probably be worth a little bit more. But how many bedrooms does that one have?
It's only got 4.
4 bedrooms, and how many baths?
It has 4.
4.
So it does have an extra bath.
Yeah, and then the square footage?
Pretty close to the same.
And what year was it built?
Well, it looks like it's a year older than mine.
So, and what was their price?
$414.
$414. And the price on the first one we talked about on Oxford?
$390.
$390. And notice how long on the market?
Oh, only a few days.
Only a few days. That's right. Luckily, this area is super hot. That's why you're gonna have good luck in getting the most money for your home, along with obviously my 28-step selling system. But so, based on what the market is telling us, what price do you feel will get maximum buyer interest for your home and get buyers excited about choosing your home over our competition?
I don't know. We're probably right in between, maybe around 400,000.
400,000. So after looking at your house and reviewing what the market is telling us, I'm suggesting you list your house for $380,000. Can you see why that's the right price?
Oh yeah, I guess so. I don't know. Mine's the same size as that one, and it went within a few days. Why would I want to go so much lower if I know I could get that?
Well, can I tell you the good news?
Yes.
And the bad news?
Please.
So the market decides the price.
Mm-hmm.
We don't decide the price. You don't, I don't, neither does the appraiser. So the risk we have in overpricing your home is that when people are comparing homes, they see the pictures online and they fall in love with your home. But when they see the price, that might deter them from even coming to the open house. And our goal in pricing a home is it being aggressively priced in the market to get the maximum interest at the open house event. So
makes sense.
If we do overprice it or price it higher than what aggressive is, then it's likely that fewer people will come to the open house. And while you may get an offer that first weekend or maybe in the first week or two, you're not going to have every buyer that's interested in your house there because some are going to be scared off by the price. Okay. So the goal is to get as many people there to the open house event to create a competitive environment and social proof that your house is desirable. which then causes a multiple offer situation, likely, and drives the price of your home higher because there's people competing for it. Does that make sense?
It does. So I mean, I have to be realistic with the $380 price, but there is just a small glimmer of hope that it could possibly go for a little more than that.
No,
but not a guarantee.
It's definitely possible, and it's very likely. It's never a guarantee. But the problem with pricing it at $390 or $400, that's just going to deter a few people, maybe a handful, we don't know how many, from even coming to see the home. Okay. And the problem is that is a house is a lot like bread. The longer it sits, the staler it gets. So, and we don't want a stale house. Like, no one wants stale bread, and we don't want your house to sit on the market. We want it to be, hot when it comes out. And so, with the way we price this home is for offers to come in high, fast and high, because they're going to come in immediately because of that open house event. They're going to come in as high as possible because people want to win and they want to get the house. And if we overprice it, then not as many people come, and then we hope for an offer, and we might get one. Maybe it comes in at $400, but really, Gina, if your house is worth $400, the market's going to bid it up that high.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
It does.
Awesome. So, do you have any questions or anything we've covered?
No, I don't think so.
So you ready for the next step?
I guess. What is it?
Awesome. It's the net sheet. And the net sheet is really the brass tacks of this whole thing, because you need to know how much money you're going to walk away with to take to San Diego with you. So the net sheet here gives you all the costs associated with selling your home and how much you're actually going to walk away with after the sale closes. So based on a realistic sales price of $380,000, and I do this all conservatively. I don't want to show you numbers that aren't possible, and then 30, 45 days down the road, you're just mad at me because I'm like, yeah, we got this much money. These are all conservative numbers that I feel good about. Will they likely be higher? Yeah, probably, but I want you to be conservative so you feel good in these numbers, and so I feel good in them also. So these are all standard closing fees and expenses for sellers. Any questions on that?
No.
Okay, perfect. So based on a sales date of July 1st, the estimated total net proceeds to a closing are $84,000. Is that a number you live with?
It is.
Excellent. So, perfect. So we'll get on the market at $380,000, which we agree is the right price, correct?
Yes.
Excellent. Well, I'm ready for you to put me to work. Are you ready for the next step?
I'm ready.
Awesome. So can I lay out for what's going to happen next?
Yes, please.
So here are the highlights. First, as soon as I walk out of this door, I'm going to get a few pictures of your home. I'm going to start my pre-marketing campaign immediately.
Okay.
Because you did want us to get the most exposure for your house to the market as fast as possible, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. And that's all part of this 28-step selling system, is getting buyer anticipation up so at the open house, everyone's there and they're competing for your house.
Okay.
Second, we also want to make sure the house shows at its best. So we have photography, so we kind of want to outline the dates. So today is May 13th. So we'll schedule the open house. May 20, or it's June 1st is that Saturday. Will June 1st work for you for the open house?
Yeah.
Awesome. So we need to do the professional photography probably that Monday or Tuesday before.
Okay.
Would that work for you sometime around May 27th?
I should be able to get everything. I need some touch-up paint and whatnot to do to the house first, but I should be able to have it all done by then and get the pictures.
Perfect. So, and from the pictures I get today, and also from those pictures, I'll start the pre-marketing campaign. And then next we start our 10-day marketing blitz. This is where we really build up that buyer anticipation. Does it sound exciting?
Yeah.
Awesome. So you properly market to every potential buyer out there and promoted to every licensed realtor and their buyers through the multiple listing service. Plus, I have it syndicated over 5,200 real estate websites that buyers go to online, including all the most important ones like Zillow, Realtor.com, all of those. So everyone's seeing it all at the same time before the open house event. Of course, you understand how important that kind of internet exposure is for you, right?
That everything's technology. That's just how people find houses is online.
That's exactly right. And the reason I start this so early is because sometimes I'll have people call me before it even hits the market, just based on the few photos I'll take tonight, excited about your home, wanting to know more, and then I can kind of pre-qualify them to make sure they're actually legitimate, interested people, with the hopes that we can bring them in on that open house and they compete for the home also. So with that exposure, assuming the market responds, we expect to be in lots of buyer traffic, which will then get us the best offers, and I'll be negotiating all those offers for you along with you, and will ultimately get your property sold for top dollar so you can get to San Diego by July. Does that sound exciting?
It does.
Awesome. So are you ready to start packing?
No.
I don't mean today, but soon. So any questions before you're ready to let me help you make this move happen and get to San Diego?
No, I don't think so. I think you've covered it.
All right, perfect. Well, I'm going to have you initial right here on the CMA and the net sheet. Let me grab that. So the CMA. You'll just initial right next to my name, and then we'll get the rest of the paperwork together, and I'll get to work.
Get this thing sold.
That's right. Awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you. Congratulations on your newest listing.
That's right. Perfect. Thank you.